Welcome back, everybody. In this video, we will be looking at examples 2 and 3, and we are currently looking at page 48 in the workbook here. All right, so let's take a look at example 2 together. So they're giving us a function y equals the square root of 2e to the x plus 1, and they'd like us to find the derivative. Okay, and notice that this function has similar form to the one that we just did. It's a function inside of a function. So 2e to the x plus 1 is underneath the square root function. This is the typical chain rule situation where you've got two functions composed together. Okay, so if we think through the process of the chain rule, we're going to start by identifying an inside function. Kind of a natural choice in this case is the 2e to the x plus 1 because that's under the square root. We'll call that u. And if we do that, then our whole function turns into just the square root of u, okay, because we called that part underneath u. Okay, which can also be written as u to the 1/2 if we rewrite it in terms of a power. Okay, and so to take the derivative of this, remember, the chain rule is really a two-part process. So we're going to start by taking the derivative of the whole function with respect to u. That means take the derivative of u to the 1/2. How do you do that? Well, u to the 1/2 is just a power, so we're going to use the power rule. So we'll bring the 1/2 down and get 1/2 u, subtract 1 from 1/2, and we're going to get negative 1/2. Okay, so 1/2 u to the negative 1/2, that's the derivative of the whole function. And then, second part is we need to multiply by the derivative of just the u. Okay, that's sitting over here. So times the derivative of 2e to the x plus 1. Okay, and let's see, rewriting that. Okay, the u that we wrote there is really equal to 2e to the x plus 1, so let's go ahead and fill that in. And then notice that we've got one more derivative to take right here. How do we take the derivative of 2e to the x plus 1? Well, let's see. 2 is a constant, and the derivative of e to the x is just itself, e to the x, and the derivative of the plus 1 is 0, and so we would be done at this point. There's our derivative. Okay, and that would qualify as a final answer. If you want to simplify a little bit, you might notice that those two 2's cancel out. So we could also write this like this if we wanted to. Times e to the x. Okay, or if you want to get even fancier, you could take that negative 1/2 power and put it back into the denominator and write this as e to the x over the square root of 2e to the x plus 1. Any of those three answers would be acceptable as far as a final answer. Okay, let's move on to example 3, see if we can tackle that. Okay, so here they're asking us to take the derivative of e raised to the x cubed minus 2x squared plus 1 power. Okay, again, that's a function within another function. The x cubed minus 2x squared plus 1 is inside of the exponential function. And so a natural choice for our u would be the exponent. Okay, so we'll start there. Let u be x cubed minus 2x squared plus 1. And if we do that, then our whole function becomes e to the u, okay, since we renamed that whole exponent u. Okay, and so the derivative that we're trying to take, dy dx, otherwise known as the derivative of x cubed minus 2x squared plus 1, is going to be the same two-step process that we did before. So the chain rule, to do that, we start by taking the derivative of the whole function, which is sitting up here. What's the derivative of e to the u? Well, it's just e to the u. Stays the same. Okay, that's the first part, and then we have to multiply by the derivative of just the u. That's the second piece of the chain rule. Okay, so we get e to the u times the derivative of x cubed minus 2x squared plus 1. Okay, and then fill in the pieces. So let's see, the u that we've got up here, that was equal to x cubed minus 2x squared plus 1. Okay, and then we need to actually take the derivative that's sitting over here to the right. So the derivative of x cubed minus 2x squared plus 1, that's going to be, by the power rule, 3x squared minus 2 times 2x is minus 4x, and the plus 1 goes away. Okay, and there's our answer.